It is not enough for us to lay wreaths at his grave once a year. It is not enough for us to sing his praises in death. The most authentic tribute we can give Professor John Atta is to carry forward the values that he held dear.
So on Tuesday, July 24th, 2012, exactly 13 years ago today, President John Evans Atta passed away after being rushed to the 37 military hospital in Accra, sending shockwaves across Ghana and the international community. His death came just 3 days after he celebrated his 68th birthday and only a few months before the end of his first term in office. While the official cause of death was never publicly disclosed, it was widely known that he had been battling illness and had recently traveled to the United States for medical treatment. Following the announcement of his passing, then Vice President John Dramani Mahama was sworn in as president later that same day. I was for 13 solid years ago, exactly today, and the then president, His Excellency Professor John Evans Fifi Atta Mills, and the ceremony in honor of the late president, Ashisha So El Asumdwe Park. Na ebusuafo samon kaya yenkai mo ye a mo me mfa mo kwachire. Back in the year 2012, na yehwe emra na yede His Excellency John Evans Atta Mills the body call Asumdwe Park. Sene na endom no etu edi akire ene ade a yede koye ekope no krabia Asumdwe Park no. It's where they are called so 2012. Now, and abra the ceremony so no and President John Dramani Mahama ebe PM ho na say na atmosphere no etie or bra or baby PM ho.
And arriving here at Asumdwe Park is the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. His Excellency is exchanging greetings with senior members of the party and in government as the Vice President shares her greetings to the family of President John Evans Atta Mills. Mommy, thank you.
Enti abusia we emra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebepiem wo honom na oba bepiem wo honom e na ode sansem we atudwa e wo Asomdwe Park.
It is not enough for us to lay wreaths at his grave once a year. It is not enough for us to sing his praises in death. The most authentic tribute we can give Professor John Atta is to carry forward the values that he held dear, is to rekindle the spirit of humility and accountability, rekindle the spirit of ethical leadership that he exemplified. He believed in justice, not just as a legal principle, but as a way of life. He believed that peace was not the absence of conflict, but the presence of fairness and dignity. He believed that the power that was entrusted to leaders should be used to uplift the weak, protect the vulnerable, and give voice to the voiceless. In a world that is increasingly impatient, increasingly loud, and sometimes careless with truth, Professor Mills's life reminds us of the power of stillness, strength in gentleness, and the enduring force of quiet conviction. Today, our country faces many challenges. We inherited an economy in deep distress. We face social divisions that threaten our cohesion and a growing weariness among our people. But if there's one lesson we draw from the life of President Mills, it is that no challenge is insurmountable. When we lead with integrity, when we listen with empathy, and when we govern with principle. It is that lesson that I strive to follow in the reset agenda that we have adopted.
Nina ena His Excellency John Evans Fifi Adamos a unya ne baby ko yi ene mfinhia mako edu miensa ayede ye celebrating in the name of honoring the late president. Emra unya ne baby ko ye no baby a yekosie no Asomdwe Park ho ene ede sa dwumedie ehye so a president ede nanum nsem etu dwa no. Enti after say President John Dramani Mahama ede nanu di sem tu dwa no ena the national chairman of the NDC a friend of General Asiedu Nketia aka the General Mosquito.
He has begged me to reserve my comments about his school, so I will not go there. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, and all other protocols duly observed. Let me also stand on the established protocols so we can save time.
Senior man, please, inside.
Exactly a year ago, when I was invited to give a brief comment as I'm doing at this commemoration, I struggled to contain my anger about what I saw in the morning. But I mustered enough courage to declare that what we were seeing on that day will be the last time any such thing will happen at the commemoration of the passing of the King of Peace. Because for the past so many years, we have had to endure the contradiction of commemorating the passing of a man of peace in the midst of some confusion.
Enti the Chairman General etremu last year afi atwa mu mra onya chance o ba bekasa na onya akwanya so bekasa no na anopa no nsem bi asi nti no no obegina ho na ebufuo kakra ewo ho nanso ohye no ho so e de nsem bi ato dwa na ohye bo se sa emre no ebeye mre a ebeye de twato asa nema bitisa ebisi enti owie ye no enda fei oba address ene de ekoso ewo ho.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, today the story is different. And in school, we're taught that when there is a formula that contains constants and variables, where the answer changes,
There are people behind you.
that change in answer can only be attributable to the change in the variables.
Standing behind you at the please draw the tripod.
So the formula for the celebration of this event has remained the same formula.
There are people behind you. I beg you.
The date, 24th
All press.
July, has remained the same. The true family of Professor Mills has remained the true family of Professor Mills. The leadership of the National Democratic Congress has remained the leadership of the National Democratic Congress. The only, and I guess to say that my former deputies have remained my former deputies. The only variable that has changed is the swapping of positions of two very important people in this country. And they just swapped their positions perfectly. One from a former president to the sitting president. And the other one from the sitting president to a former president. So if this celebration is happening in a peaceful atmosphere, that is the true reflection of the. Then your guess is as good as mine as to who was the cause of the confusion in the past. I have peace in my mind, peace in my heart, and I believe that Professor Mills is enjoying peace in his grave. I thank you very much, and may God bless our homeland. Thank you very much.
This one is self-comparable.
Entiane Chairman General Echiremu a enema mienu na asesa enemre mu. The then former president is now the sitting president, and the then sitting president is now the former president. Enti sa confusion na no work no last year mu ho no. Owie no say your guess is as good as mine. Enti mu binim ne o ma confusion no esi ye. Enti ni tenten ntiatia nyina ne Echiremu a the then sitting president no ene ma sa ne ma we nyina ebaye. You know, be me talk it be Chairman General Mosquito, a see dunketia, it be way, it talk It's way any day, a course so Asumje Park, ya de kai, the late president, John Evans Fifi Atta Mills, His Excellency, I went on the baby corner. And then ye da, ye to as you are every 24th July, Biano, ye de Becaino. And no, and Adolfo, any party faithfuls, a cushion was from J. Parker. Yede akaka eye asomdwe hene Professor John Evans Fifi Atta Mills, the late president, man of peace, man of integrity, man of accountability, whatever you choose to say it. Monkaya, monhwe emra or storm temaport and no customs for a delay. Enti abusia we ye bibi kakra ye beka eye Professor John Evans Fifi Atta Mills. Mra no tiasia okọ tema port no ye president okọhwe ya no chirima reporter na onya nyina no kire se de ekoso ho no enokre. Ntiase say within a short time we be bara as a custom officer no put up a heavy mansion and a heavy building be okay that luxurious cars near there. Where do they get the money from? Aha Air Fresh Studios. And also don't forget to share this video to your friends and families. Please kindly subscribe to this amazing channel and also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. May God bless you wherever you are, wherever you get your money to buy bundles to watch our content. We say, rest in peace, our former president. Rest well, His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atta Mills.